Ah, yes. My time on Enginefall. An interesting experience to say the least. Thanks to my friend Deathy, I was given access to the test play of this game, which is a post-apocalyptic train robbery simulator. Okay, to be fair, I was kind of confused the whole time I was playing it. The guns had a wacky design. The interface was weird. And the meat of the game? Let's delve into that. Okay, first, gotta make a character. I decided to go ahead, make this beauty my character. She looked better at the time. Shut it! After finally deciding on an outfit, I took a survey asking me what kind of games I usually play. The answers will not affect your gameplay experience.
Oh,
Then was suddenly dropped into the tutorial.
Your gas mask is compromised.
Our gas mask is broken. So, we are instructed to rob the running corpse just sitting in front of us and take his not broken mask and throw it on ourselves.
Just get a gas mask on.
Apparently, the place is filled with enough rotting meat in the air that it has turned toxic. Once the new mask is fully equipped, we are then allowed to move forward to raid another corpse. But this time, to take the gun out of their cold, dead hands. Near that informs someone has taken our dagger.
no, sir. I don't know what a knife is. I don't live in the UK.
This is where I want to inform you of the Brit I call a friend, Deathy. He is the one who dragged me into this mess and helped aid me in making the content you are now consuming. This game basically seems to be, if you wait long enough, you can scavenge everything you need from the carcasses of your fellow train riders. Following that up, I decided to explore the tutorial level of this playtest game, thinking that there may be some extra goodies hiding somewhere that can help me springboard more in the early game. I found nothing of this. What I did find was a vent I thought I could crawl through, but after finding it only led to where I spawned in, I quickly found out that the space between the vent and the hole in the wall was indeed big enough that I could fall through. No, okay. Whoa,
I don't know.
I just fell through a crack. Okay.
Oh my god, there is full damage.
I kind of expected that. After a few attempts to try and jump back into the map and doing a little bit of exploring to see if there's another way up, I find myself falling to my death.
The question is...
Okay. Oh, okay. I just died. All right, cool.
Damn, you already died? Couldn't be me.
I couldn't.
I don't know how I... To be honest, I don't know how I survived.
I couldn't get out from underneath the thing. It wouldn't let me back in.
Oh, this is our base? Oh, this is nice.
I have to redo the whole entire tutorial. That sucks. I'm no better than a games journalist. I can't complete a fucking tutorial. After that embarrassment, I have to start the whole tutorial again. Take the gas mask off the dead man's face, pry the gun out of the dead hands of the next rotting meat carcass, and go the way the game wants me to go. We then pry a laser drill off another cold, lifeless person and proceed to use it on the door to attempt to raise our place in life by getting access to the very front of the train. Of course, while this is going on, we are shown how to use the guns, and also show how badly I'm getting rubber banded in this game. Now, my computer is no slouch by any means, nor is my internet connection, but for some reason, I kept experiencing this kind of lag in the game's tutorial. In any case, we break through the door and get to the head of the train, rip out the fuel core, find out the dagger is actually the name of our home base, train thing, proceeding to basically summon it to our location. In a not so exciting escape attempt, I am told to get on top of this monster of a train, fight a few, and I mean a few, more enemies, then jump off the side of the train onto the dagger. At this point, I'm under the impression that it is like most extraction-based games. Board a train, rummage through everything, grab anything and everything you can, fight off a few NPCs, take the fuel core, upgrade your stuff, rinse, repeat ad nauseum. Now before that impression is beaten into the ground mercilessly and I am told never to think like that again, I am finally able to invite Deathy onto the train and actually make him a permanent member of the crew. Oh. Are you sure you want to invite Deathy as a permanent member of this dagger show?
I did not read a single thing, I just pressed yes.
Which he eagerly accepted without reading what he was agreeing to. Once that is said and done, we start to explore a bit more of the home base, figure out how to potentially craft things and construct some kind of base. While doing all this, we try to split a stack of ammo so we both have a good amount of shots to go into the next mission we surely would get around to. For some reason, the split button does not seem to work, no matter how many times you click it or use things like control click or alt click. And while I was struggling to tear that stupid stack apart, apparently Deathy was hard at work making our base look better. At least he could do something right. Anyway, giving up on splitting the unsplittable fucking stack of ammo, we then decide it's time to go on our first mission. Remember what I said my initial impression of the game was stomped on and told it would never see the light of day again? We start up the mission and board the train from the rear, like the poor noobs that we are. When we spawn, I'm immediately shown that there are indeed other players on this raid. Oh joy, I'm so glad I muted the in-game chat. Once that shock is over and done with, we are turned loose and basically just told, have fun by the game.
I'm going downstairs.
We start exploring, smashing a few things to get resources, and find out we have portable bases we could set up.
Oh, I can set up like a mini base whenever, that's cool.
Like the idiots we are, we decided to set up the mini bases in that first car area, where we would eventually find out that was kind of a mistake.
Oh no, this is your spawn. I'll set mine.
Which is where Deathy is gunned down by some rando, and I give it a crash course in the ways of gravity. Oh crap. I've died of fall damage, okay.
I didn't even know I was getting shot at.
For some reason, Deathy did not have a bedroll to use as a spawn. I took my bedroll back in my mini base that he had claimed, and thus was booted back to the dagger. And I was left alone on this godforsaken train. Upon respawning, I found out that your loadout is not permanent outside of a sledgehammer and a crafting hammer. I look out and I find a corpse of someone who I am able to steal their weapons and some of the things from them.
Back in your hole, goddamn scrapper. Forward airlock. Proceed with
And try to make my way somewhere. At this point, at least, I was unsure of what the real goal was, because it seems like you could essentially just make a base on the train, basically exist there, gathering resources for your little hiding hole, and not extract ever, because everything you can make on the dagger, you can make on the bigger trains. For some reason, this wasn't clicking for me. Anyway, after getting turned around and going in circles for a bit, I find out the only place I can extract is the third car. I try to run by the second car by sticking to the underside, only to find out that is where they are funneling all the body odor to, making it the air incredibly toxic. Okay, I don't have a mask. I can't do that. That has poisonous gas in it. No gas mask to utilize. And nullify the gamer funk on the lower levels, I am forced to try and run through the upper floors, where I am shot and nearly killed by 2 separate players. Shit.
Warning to all passengers. Class breach attempt detected. Restore the order.
Fortune smiled upon me for a bit as the two turn on each other, and I am able to make my escape with my life semi-intact to the third car. I make my way to the floor where I should be able to extract, but I am once again met with the ever-present stank of my own and others' collective funk. Then, on top of that, there's also a crazy NPC that is living down there. It attacks me like the crazy lunatic he has to be to live in such a toxic environment. One mutually destructive fight later, I am brought back to life in my tiny ass bedroll, with yet again only a sledgehammer and a crafting hammer to my name. The toxic gases of the undercar must have affected me too for a bit, because I had a weird epiphany about the color of the names above people's heads. Oh, I think I understand people's... Okay. So if they have a green name above their head, I think it means that they're peaceful. Or that they haven't done anything. And if they have like a red or yellow above their head, it means that... It could mean that they're healthy.
It
could
could,
be okay.
or it means they've attacked someone. The
Yeah,
red is they've killed someone. Like
literally what I
SAO.
just said.
Yeah, SAO.
The SAO, yeah, basically. I am then fortunate enough to have no one attack me this time when going through the second car, but I haven't had any luck in finding a lootable corpse, forcing me to keep going with just the sledgehammer and the crafting hammer. I decide to go on a bit of a garbage collecting spree to see if I can get enough resources to make a crafting table, thinking I can only make a gas mask from the crafting table, only to find out while editing this video that I can indeed just make a gas mask from the basic crafting options. I look everywhere to find a good place to set up the crafting table, to find out that you can only put one down next to a mini base. And the only thing preventing me from just laying it down anywhere is a weird mixture of politeness due to those areas belonging to someone else, and it not wanting people to destroy my shit. Eventually the game takes pity on me, or I just get goddamn lucky, and I come across a corpse. Once more, I took everything it has on it, which fortunately had a gas mask on it. Gas mask equipped, I am ready to go down into the horrendous stank of the undercars and find my way to the area that will grant me the ability to summon the dagger so I can escape this horrible place. Jumping down onto the dagger and escaping, the game then tells me I am too much of a terrible player to keep playing, and promptly kicks me out of the server and back to the main menu. With this experience in mind, I have to say this. I can see a lot of potential in this game. It has fun ideas, and from what I can tell, it's solid gameplay. You can team up with people to get ahead, betray people, stuff like that. In that sense, it kind of reminds me of Arc Raiders. All that being said, though, I am aware that this game is in early development, and this was a test play, which I was very grateful to be given a chance to try it out, but this game is not for me. It feels like it encourages people to betray each other a lot. It does make it seem like an every man for themselves type of game. Again, this is my own issue with it. If you like that kind of stuff, More power to you. This game is going to be fantastic for you. Go absolutely nuts, dude. Now, I am no stranger to such games. I was obsessed with Arc Raiders for a time, and that community does have a fair share of assholes, as well as a lot of nice people. Biggest difference, however, is that Arc was made to be more of a PvE game with PvP sprinkled on top for flavor. While Edge of All feels like a PvP game, first and foremost, and encourages you to end people to benefit your own self. So, yeah, it's a good game for what it is right now. I highly recommend it to people who want to have a new PvP game to sink their teeth into. But if you're more of a PvE player like myself and like to just team up with friends, have a fun time against a computer, this game may not be for you, at least in its current state. With all that said and done, mind the frost on your way out. Peace.
The old church bell is ringing hollow through the pines where the night winds follow electric sparks and sacred dust. A ghostly voice begins to rust.